ornithology, from the word ornithology itself, ornithos means bird, logos means to study. This is the scientific study of birds. And of course, bird watching as a hobby can be used as a scientific tool. You can use that to contribute to ornithological studies. It also helps you practice in terms of bird identification, familiarity with bird calls, flight patterns, and of course, body shapes. You can also determine the differences between sexes of birds and seasonal plumages, age differences, and also build up information on very little known birds. Okay, it is important for you to document your information. Any birds that you see should be properly documented. One thing, it can contribute into distribution patterns. A lot of birds in the Philippines are still not known on which island they're actually found. So we can actually add on that and update these distributions. There's also a lot of new site records, island records, and you can even find new species of birds in the Philippines. You can also add in notes on behavior. Again, a lot of birds in the Philippines are poorly studied. So even though you're just looking at, say, the yellow-belted bulbul, very little is known about the yellow-belted bulbul, what it eats, how it flies, where does it sleep. So your observations may help in providing that information. It is also invaluable to use this identification. In terms of, say, if you do it properly, you can make what we call standard surveys of birds. Getting a population count. As you know, we need scientific data to determine whether a bird is endangered or not. So we can conduct these standard methods of transect surveys, point counts, and of course determine certain indices. However, not all observations are useful in science. You need to have confirmed records. How can you make your observations valid? One is, there is actually a brief account. Who has the book, Field Guide to the Birds of the Philippines? So there's usually just look at the pictures. Try to read on the introduction. There's an introduction there on how you can confirm your records. One is you need at least 3 people. So it's best to travel in groups of 3. So the 3 of you can confirm that you saw this bird on this time and this place. You also need to confirm your observations, showing your notes to a more credible expert. Maybe an ornithologist, maybe an older or more seasoned bird watcher. Also, you can, well, it's not advisable to get voucher specimens. Of course, the most confirmatory way is to get voucher specimens. But, because of issues of bioprospecting and collection, you need a permit to do that. So, the best way to get a voucher is a photo. A photo or a recording of a call or a video. That is a useful voucher or basis that you have observed the species. Okay, how do you document it properly? You can add a bit more information with your observation. Okay, you saw this bird at this time, at this place, at this date. Always add in the date, the time, and the location. When you say location, which mountain, which province, which island. If you have a GPS, that would be useful. You can also take note of the weather, the rainfall, the climate, the geology, topography. There's a large mountain. I'm at the base of Mount Mayon. Before it erupts, I saw this bird. So it can be useful to provide this information. Also, you can add in notes on vegetation or notes on the feeding habits of the bird. I saw the flower pecker feeding on an aratilis fruit. Yung aratilis, sino dito kumakain sa aratilis? So yun. So alam nyo na yung ibon na yung kumakain ng aratilis. That's an information which is very useful. Because a lot of birds, we still don't know what they eat. And again, it can also provide information on poorly known species. And as you know, there's the IUCN, International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, which tells you which birds are endangered or not endangered. Most of the birds in the Philippines are what we call insufficiently known or data deficient. Why? Because we don't know what they eat, where they breed, and where they live. So you can provide those data to fill in the gaps. So as bird watchers, what can you do? You can enjoy bird watching, take down notes, and keep track of your field notes, and document your photos, your recordings of calls and songs, and document the property, again adding the date, the time, the place. And of course, the best thing would be to publish it. It also helps to increase revenue. If you go to national parks or reserves, pay your toll or your entrance, you provide revenue for those parks and reserves. It also influences the establishment of new parks. If you find an endangered bird from a certain place which is not in a protected area, you then add in what we call an IBA. Our IBA is important bird areas, and you can submit that for designation as a protected area. To have difficulty in bird identification, I'm going to give you a short introduction to bird identification, so everybody know what birds are. Birds belong to the class. There are about 10,000 species worldwide, so if you want to be a global bird watcher, medyo ang dami mo kailangan i-twitch. Iba yung terminology natin na i-take or twitch a bird every place on Earth. Yes, birds are well adapted for flight, that's why they have reduced weight. They have certain anatomical features which are unique to birds, which help them in flight. Feathers are unique to birds, and all birds lay eggs. Mammals give birth to live young, but all birds lay eggs. Walang nanganganak na ibon, sila nangingitlog. Ang hirap, diba? Pag lilipad ka, tapos buntis, bigat-bigat mo. So, kailangan ng itlog. And most birds practice monogamy. There's one mother bird and one papa bird, which then, of course, raises their young. But there are exceptions. All of them practice endothermic. They are warm-blooded animals, and they have very high metabolism. When say high metabolism, mataas ang heartbeat nila. Anong heartbeat nyo? Everybody knows their bird. Kasi sinabi mo, red nape, blue nape, black back, blue rump. Ano ba yung rump? Ano ba yung nape? Diba? It's all English words. But you have to be familiarized with those names because often they describe what the bird are. So there are some unique characters which you will find. This is a gannet, and it shows you the different parts in terms of topography. We also have what we call the alien body form. You have to look into size and shape, whether it has a long neck, short neck, long legs, short legs, long tail, short tail. So lahat pag mag-identify yung ibon, you have to take note of these features. Also, in terms of shape, kasi di ba pag minsan mag-identify ka ng ibon, magtatanong sa ibang tao, kita mo ba yung agila na yun? Diba? Ay, nakita ko ng agila, ganyan kalaki. Diba? Medyo unusual. Yes, the Philippine eagle is large, but it's not as large as an ostrich. So may limit in size. So if you want to identify a bird, you have to, parang meron kayo kakapyo, i-base the size. Kasi laki ba siya ng manok, kasi laki ba siya ng kalapate, kasi laki ba siya ng maya. So kung it's different plumage like adult bird, and also depending on the season. Okay, you also have to take note of the color of the soft parts. Ano yung soft parts? Yung kulay ng paa, yung walang feather, kulay ng paa, kulay ng tupa, kulay ng balat sa palibot ng mata, or sa palibot ng ilong. You also have different colors which are not necessarily made out of pigment. So the colors that you find is a color of soft parts. So here you see a bird which is a hornbill. A hornbill has a large bill, of course. And anong kulay ng kanyang bill? Wala. Tapos anong kulay ng casque? This is the casque. So you have to be familiar with certain parts so you know what shape and color the casque is. So here's the color of the bill of a racket tail. Anong kulay yan? Silver. So here is the color of the water. So here again are some of the soft colors around the eyes, the comb and the wattle of a chicken, the wattle at the back of your myna, and the eye wattle around a paradise flycatcher. So these are some of the distinct colors. Also you have to look at the type of feet. Iba-iba yung paa ng ibon. So some birds have what we call web feet, palmate, katulad ng paa ng duck. Some are totipalmate, all the digits are put together. Some are anisodactyl, 3 in front, 1 at the back. Some are zygodactyl and heterodactyl. Ano naman yung terminology ito? Dalawa sa harap, dalawa sa likod. Kita niyo ba yung paa ng parrot? Dalawa sa harap, dalawa sa likod. We also have raptorial, like hawks and falcons, which have enlarged talons. Some of them are pamprodactyl. All 4 toes are in front. Again, you'll never see a bird with more than 4 toes. Walang 5-toed na ibon. After that is 4 or less. And then you have your syndactyl, where you have the toes are fused on the second and third base. Okay, so here again some of the big types. This is palmate. This is tawny palmate. This is palmate you find on the duck. And this is zygodactylus, 2 in front and 2 at the back. And of course, your raptorial you find in hawks and eagles. This bird is tridactyl. Yung sinabi ng tridactyl. Sing-sing ng tri. Ilan yun? 3. So it only has 3 toes. Okay, the shape and the bill and the tail is also important in identifying birds. Whether the bird is the curved, pababa, or recurved, pataas. Whether it's a hookbill or a softbill, we often use this in apiculture. Hookbills often refer to parrots, which have very large hookbills, and softbills, which have pointed or conical bills. Also, a lot of birds have differently shaped bills. May parang spoon, may parang tweezer, may parang pangbuka ng seeds. So it's indicative of their feeding behavior. So there's a lot of kids who ask me, what do birds eat? So it depends on the shape of their bill, kung ano yung kinakain nila. Some are shaped for picking fruits, some are shaped for getting insects. Also, the tail shape can be used for display or added in for flight. They can be square, round, notched, tapered, or pointed. To be familiar with that, sino naman dito mayroong bird guide? So this is a sunbird. The bill is used for feeding on nectar. Very good. This one is a flower pecker on top. It's used for feeding on flower pecker. Again, the shape of bill. So ano yung shape na yung gamit na pangkain? Wing shape in flight, whether it's broad or narrow, slotted for gliding or for soaring, and some for sleeping or flight. So these are some of the flight patterns that you may use. So there are also a lot of distinguishing patterns on certain species. One is the speculum. You know what speculum is? The speculum is that metallic band you find on ducks. So pag nakita kayo ng duck, titingnan niyo yung kulay ng speculum. The casque, which is that hardened part on the top of the bill of a hornbill. The operculum is that bulbous thing you find on top of a bill of a pigeon. The spur you find on pheasants. Elongated toes of jacanas, angular pouches, and the facial disc of owls. There are 2 kinds of owls, 2 groups of owls in the Philippines. What you call the heart-shaped faced owls and the round-shaped faced owls. So titingnan niyo yung facial disc ng owl, whether it's heart-shaped or round. There are what we call sexual dimorphism, the difference between a male bird and a female bird. Some birds are monomorphic. You can't tell which one's male or female. An example is the Philippine eagle. They're what we call monomorphic. Some birds are sexually dimorphic. You can easily tell which one's male or female. Alam mo agad kung sino yung tanda at saka yung inahin. So again, some females may be colorful. Most males are colorful, but there are exceptions. Like the painted snipe, it's the female which is colorful over the male. Okay, for calls and songs, you can use that for field identification. Again, you need familiarity, or you can listen to other people's recordings. Calls are usually single notes, while songs are more complex and long. Okay, these are the questions kanina kung kinakain ng ibon. So there are birds which are frugivores or nectivores. Some are insectivores. So not all birds just eat worms. They may eat a lot of things. And of course, for nesting, there are differently shaped nests, and you can identify more or less the group of birds or the species depending on the shape of the nest. So some are cavity nesters, they nest in holes, some make elaborate nests, some make very simple nests of a pile of twigs. And of course, you have to determine whether a bird is migratory or resident. So yung mga medyo paranoid dyan sa bird flu, yan, some birds are found only in the Philippines and nowhere else. So they cannot carry anything often outside the Philippines. And a lot of these species are unique to certain very limited areas, unique to a mountain or unique to an island. And a lot of these species are actually so restricted that they're endangered. We also have what we call your migratory species, species that move in and out of the Philippines at certain seasons. So only about 165 plus or minus 10. So they only occur here during the winter season to get away from the cold and come to the Philippines for a vacation. And they also follow what we call flyway. So hindi lahat ng ibon kasi scattered around the world. Meron sila talagang dinadaanan. Kung sila dumadaan, yun lang kanilang dadaanan. Also, there are birds which are found on mountains and lowland forests. So you can distinguish, if you want to make a bird list, go up a mountain, you double your list. Why? Because there are certain birds which are found only in lowland areas, and certain birds which are found only in mountain areas. So you go up higher in the mountain, you find other species of birds. And of course, you have your phases and races. You might be confused with certain species. Pero ang tinatawag na black face at white face. So hindi dalawang ibon yun. It's the same species of a different color. So pass around that. Aiding taxonomy. So here are the different groups of birds. So if you want to be familiarized with certain groups, you have the group called seabirds, which has 3 orders. Mostly are shearwaters or pelicans and your terns. Then you have your water birds, which include your grebes, your ducks, and your rails. Your wading birds, most of your storks, your spoonbills, your johannas, shorebirds, mostly your centiforms, includes your phalaropes, your plovers, your sandpipers. Your game fowl includes your galliforms, such as your pheasants and quails. Your raptors, of course, the order Falconiformes. Your falcons, your hawks, your eagles. Columbiformes includes your pigeons and your doves. And your parrots belong to the order Psittaciformes. Your cockatoos and your parrots. Your lorikeets. You have your cuckoos and your cuckoos. They all belong to the order Cucuniformes. This also includes your malcojas, very beautiful birds, living only in the Philippines. And you have your nocturnal birds, the orders Capricorniformes, your nightjars, your frog moths, and then your owls, the stringiformes. Then you have your kingfishers, your beaters, your cuckoos, as well as your swifts. So those 2 different orders. Your hornbills belong to the order Caraxiformes. There are about 10, 15 different species and subspecies. The Philippines is an important area for hornbills. Then you have your trogons and woodpeckers, your zygodactylus and heterodactylus speeded birds. You have your pitas and your broadbills. Your pitas and your broadbills, your swallows and your wagtails, your gray birds, your cuckoo shrikes and your orioles, including your fairy bluebirds and your ioras. bulbuls, and your babblers, your thrushes and your flycatchers, including your shamas, like black shama, your monarchs and your whistlers, one of the most beautiful birds, warblers and tailor birds, very cryptic, minsan mahirap hanapin. Pero mas maganda pag na-familiarize kayo sa call. Nuthatches and creepers. Ito masakit sa leeg, kailangan kinalaka para makita mo. Your shrikes and your starlings, including the kuleto, your sunbirds and flower peckers, your white eyes and your sparrows. Trying to get this class again. And just some of the notes on problems with identification. So again, be careful with cryptic birds, birds which belong to the same genus, birds on the mountains, which have similar size. Of course, be careful with your estimation of size. And how important they are, again, they are indicators of diversity. The more birds you have, the rich the environment is. So again, you have your keystone species and your bioindicators. So thank you for kind of listening. Any questions?